If you could go back in time for a day to witness a historic event, which would you choose? Assuming I have a safe vantage point on some kind of spaceship, I choose the planetary impact that's believed to have given us the moon. There are so many incredible answers here. I don't know if this answer counts as it's not historic in the terms of a specific event, but I'd love to see early humans and how their lives were. I'd love to witness a hunt and see how they survive. What their early community life was like. What they really looked like. I am curious to know what their teeth looked like pre-farming, how their bodies looked when food was scarce but they did a ton of walking, and really how they walked without shoes. After writing this out, I'd like to see the Iceman's last day. Scientists know almost everything they can about his last few days on Earth, but not who he was or why he was murdered. It would be interesting to see the answer to those questions. As a geologist, the Lake Agassiz flood. During the last glacial period, over 12,000 years ago, there was a massive lake in the middle of the North American continent fed by glacial meltwater. This lake is now known as Lake Agassiz. At its peak, the lake was larger than all of the current Great Lakes combined. Estimates put it at 440,000 square kilometers in area. Most of that water was held in place by glacial and topographic dams. At the end of the last ice age, the largest ice body containing the lake to the east in Hudson Bay retreated/melted, causing the lake to drain almost completely, in less than 9 months. A freshwater lake with tens of thousands of years of history and input, and more fresh water than all other freshwater bodies on the planet at that time combined, drained in less than a year. The flooding was likely unprecedented in all of Earth's history, carrying erratics, boulders, the size of small houses hundreds of miles away. As the water drained into Hudson Bay and other outlets, the global sea level rose by 1 to 3 meters. Lake Winnipeg, Lake Manitoba, Red Lake, and Lake of the Woods are the largest remnants of Lake Agassiz. I'd like to see Tenochtitlan before the Spanish destroyed it. Strasbourg 1518, to witness the event where the whole town succumbed to mass hysteria and danced themselves to death over 2 months. See the asteroid/comet that took out the dinosaurs from a safe distance. The building of the pyramids. JFK assassination with a bunch of high residential cameras. I'd watch Reactor 4 explode from very far away. And maybe in a special suit. When the Golden Gate Bridge was finished and my father was one of the first to walk across it. He died when I was 8. Would love to see him again. The Battle of Stamford Bridge in 1066. Would love to see and hear dinosaurs roaming around our land. My dad committed suicide before I had a chance to meet him. My half-siblings all tell me he had a beautiful singing voice. Maybe not considered a historic event, but if I had the chance to go back in time I'd like to go hear him sing. For a long time, the Mediterranean Sea was cut off from the Atlantic Ocean and the rivers flowing into it were not enough to prevent it drying up completely. At some point in time, the ocean was able to cut an opening at Gibraltar and millions of cubic meters of water poured into the basin. That, I would like to have seen. Edit, poured, THX Snapper 1971. Edit 2, it is called the Zanclean Flood and the last time it happened was 5.3 million years ago. It was not a big waterfall, but took at least a few thousand years to change from a trickle to a massive stream. To the question if this was the source for the Noah stories. No, the first humans appeared about 2 million years ago in North Africa. Must have been a different flood. A tour of Library of Alexandria before it was destroyed. Diogenes telling Alexander the Great to step out of his sunlight. Death/resurrection of Jesus. Let's see if there is any basis behind Christianity. I don't know of any other religion based on such a singular event. Edit, stop giving me book and website idea. I don't care. I'm not reading them. January 13, 2007. I'll be on the patio outside my kitchen in Brussels. I will find out, once and for all, if she actually locked the door when we left for Rome as she claims. To see if that burglar chose our apartment out of all the others to use their lock-picking skills to enter and steal all my CDs. Or she didn't, and a burglar who tries to see if doors are locked or not found ours. The winged hussars charge. It was so impressive that a battle nearby stopped just to watch them charge. The premiere of Beethoven's Ninth Symphony in Vienna.